It's Diversity TV bringing you the Untold stories for May 28, 2021.
Hosted by Harriet, Tinka, and myself, Hamza Koroma.
Sponsored by Ray Z Plumbing and Heating.
Here are the headlines for this week.
We brought an Edmonton School Encyclopedia, Edmonton's first female Black principal, to speak to parents and schools about the hot, burning issue of bullying in schools.
Did you hear that? Black girls say they do better when supported by each other.
Who's visiting Grande Prairie this summer? There's one place that you must go to.
Who's looking for a job? The KWEST Program is helping people back to work.
Now, the news in detail.
Segment 1. A Sikh boy's hair was cut by a bully. Pazo was beaten to hospital by a group of boys. This young girl took her life after being bullied by a group of girls. Bullying is a problem in schools that keep parents up at night. The first Edmonton Black female principal, Rosalind Smith, shares with you how schools and parents can deal with the problem.
Bullying has been something that has been prominent in our communities, not just in the last several years, but since the 1940s and 50s. I can think currently now we're much more aware of bullying, and we have many more strategies to combat bullying. And it begins with an involvement between the parents, the children, and the school. And I start by talking to parents and ensuring that parents allow their children to know and understand that they will be loved at home no matter what. Parents may be unaccepting of the child's behavior, but ultimately they will always love their child. And we need to encourage children to come forward when they have issues at school. And I think when we work with schools, I think it's about a relationship, a communication relationship between the parents, the children, and the school. Parents need to be involved in school. I know our time is precious as parents, and we're busy working. Many parents work two jobs to help support their children in school. They want the best education for them, so they work hard. But if you can avail yourself to take part in a parents' night, meet the teacher, a cookie fair, something so you get to know the principal and the people who are in charge of the school before there are issues. I think nipping things in the bud is where we really need to begin. There needs to be clear expectations as to what is bullying and what is not bullying. And parents need to work with the schools to set those expectations and then to communicate those expectations to all stakeholders. And the stakeholders are not just the parents, but it's the volunteer people, it's the community people who run the stores on the corners of schools, in the shopping malls. Everybody should know what the expectations are. We also want to make sure that schools encourage their teachers and their staff when they see things happening in the classroom to make sure the administration is aware of it. As I said, when you can nip something in the bud, when it's just beginning, I think that is the best way to go. One of the things that I encourage parents to do is to know their children's friends, because that's where you're going to get the best information from other children who care about your child and from children who may be a witness or have knowledge about a conversation that's taken place. I would like to say to parents who have older children, those cell phones really belong to you. You're probably paying for them, but a lot of bullying starts by cyberbullying. It's starting online, on their phones, on their iPads, on their tablets, on their computers. So checking a cell phone regularly is important. And parents will say to me, "Oh, Roz, I don't know how to do it." Sit your child down beside you and say, show me what's on your Facebook, show me what's on your Instagram. I think that's really a critical point for parents to do. Look for warning signs about bullying. It can be a change in your child's habits. It can be your child not eating well. It can be your child not wanting to go to school. Those are some of the warning signs. And the warning signs are not the same for every child. They are very, very different. So being cognizant of what your child is doing and how your child is feeling is really important as well.
Segment 2. With the COVID-19 pandemic causing job losses, Solomon's College's Key Workplace Essential Skills Training, KWEST, is helping people get back to work.
KWEST is a 12-week training program which includes 8 weeks of in-class instruction focused on equipping learners with the technological skills, workplace essential skills, workplace safety certificates, and the employment readiness skills needed to find employment in the warehouse sector. The last 4 weeks of the program will help learners search for jobs, apply online, and attend interviews to help them potentially find employment in the warehouse industry.
Now let's hear from the current student and Mark Spindler, a KWEST instructor.
First thing is this qualification and training. The certificate we got is from Canada. We got this certificate and experience in Canada. We got job experience at Habitat for Humanity. These two things, it give you more chance to compete with others. Before, I don't know how to operate a forklift. Now I know how to operate forklift. That is very good. I got certificate for WMS 2015 and first aid. And most important thing is I learned warehouse management system, which is inventory controlling system. So this certificates makes me a good competitor, and also the voluntary job experience also is giving me good backup.
Well, at the school, we've adjusted the warehouse a little bit, so now we're doing a bit more of it looks more like after receiving, you kind of have a put away phase where it's kind of like replenishment. So it's similar to how maybe at a Walmart or somewhere where you might stock the shelves. So we've added that, and I'm starting to try and get them to. We found this one website called boxstorm.com. So it's a free warehouse management system. So we're starting to try and get students to use it. We haven't fully gotten into that, but we're doing that.
Segment 3.
We're now accepting content for the Summer Diversity magazine print dedicated to men, the pillars of the home, communities, businesses, and what have you. This second bilingual edition of Diversity magazine will be in English and French.
Absolutely. So if you're interested in sharing your content in English or French, as well as have a beautiful souvenir of provenance on your desk or wall, let's talk. Call us at 780-709-0965 or on our website www.diversitymag.ca.
Segment 4. Fashion and Beauty Time on Diversity TV.
Now, Hamza, this is one of my favorite segments. When a group of women bond together, great things happen.
Adedoyin Omatera takes us on a tour of Adonia Beauty that she has put together with other female entrepreneurs to form an all-in-one beauty complex in Westbrook Mall in Calgary.
So you did environmental engineering in which
No,
university? Electrical engineering in which university in Nigeria?
University of Ilorin.
Okay. Yes. And when you graduated?
I graduated 2007.
And you left Nigeria?
And I left Nigeria 2009 to meet my husband at Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay.
So that was where we started our lives. Before we moved to the UK. We're in the UK for we're in Trinidad and Tobago for 2 years, the UK for 5 years, and yeah, now we're here.
Oh, at that time, did you work as electrical engineer?
Yes.
Wow, so most of your life you spent doing electrical engineering. What made you switch to beauty?
I was mostly a project manager. I used to be in IT, and then I moved because I was more interested in the telecoms part of electrical engineering. So I used to be in IT, and then I moved to into project management in the oil and gas industry.
So what made you switch to beauty then?
It's just a passion I've always had, to connect with women and to help women with their confidence. And as I started to explore how I'm actually going to connect with this woman, God started to show me that the passion, the love, the desire He has given me to do makeup for women is because He wants me to connect with women through that platform. And that just really opened my eyes to see the bigger picture that He had for me.
So when did you come up to Canada?
We came to Canada 2015.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And since then you worked for some time before you started this business?
We what?
You worked for some time before you started?
No, I never worked.
Okay.
I started doing this full time. I had a plan before coming, not to work.
Okay, so you were just interested in coming and starting your own business?
I'm starting my own business. So I started researching labs that will produce my product and all of that even before coming here.
I see. So how many products do you have now? How many lines?
To be honest, I can't count. I can't count the number of products I have. However, I can count I can tell you I have makeup, I have skincare. I have those two.
2 lines.
Yeah, those 2 lines. Makeup and skincare. We always started with that. Yeah, and all the products will be, I'm sure we have over 200 products.
Before we go to our next segment, let's have a word from our supporters. Segment 5.
His most recent recognition for his work is the 2021 Capital Region Rotary Integrity Award. You might not know of Issa Camara, but youths in your community might have benefited from the various youth programs that his organization runs.
Absolutely. Now, on November 14, 2007, Issa Camara founded Sinkunia Community Development Organization. It is based in Edmonton. His objective was to support families struggling with settlement and integration.
Fast forward to 2021. Sinkunia is working on building the next generation of Black leaders through tutoring, mentorship, anti-racism, helping kids with their schoolwork, mentorship, cultural heritage activities, and individual and group counseling.
Hamza, have you ever had a mentor?
Oh, what's that?
Well, let's find out. Mentoring is all about empowering other people. Now, Issa, with a team of 5 staff and 30 volunteers, wants to create more opportunities for the Black communities. Segment 6, Coronavirus Project Cool Times. Everybody loves this topic.
Alberta's Open for Summer plan provides a 3-stage roadmap to lifting health restrictions and safely getting back to normal. as long as public health measures are followed in the short term and vaccination numbers continue to rise.
Now, the plan is based on vaccination thresholds and hospitalization. Public health restrictions will be lifted at each stage. Let's start off with stage number 1.
2 weeks after 50% of Albertans 12 plus received at least one dose and hospitalizations are below 800 and declining.
For stage 2, 2 weeks after 60% of Albertans 12 years and above have received at least one dose and hospitalization are below 500 and declining.
Stage 3, 2 weeks after 70% of Albertans 12 years and above have received at least one dose, Alberta will enter stage 1 on June 1st, having reached the 50% threshold on May 18.
This is exciting. I think this is giving us hope. The province is projected to enter stage 2 in mid-June and stage 3 in late June on early July. What are you going to do when they do all the restrictions are removed? Any ideas?
I'll probably hang out with other family members I haven't seen in a while out of the house.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would be happy to do that. These are estimates only and only if they rely on Albertans continuing to drive down our hospitalization while increasing vaccination numbers.
Provincial COVID-19 restrictions will continue to be monitored throughout the reopening.
Now, for more information, go to alberta.ca/open summer. Before we go to our next segment, let's have a word from our supporters.
Hello, my name is Anne with BCB in Action. Here we support, advocate, promote, and empower all Black businesses in Western Canada. We do this by mentorship program, networking events, and training programs. Our goal is to have all Black businesses thrive in the Canadian marketplace. Go to www.bcbinaction.org to find out how we can support you.
Segment 7. Well, Hamza, what do you have on Diversity TV for international news?
Former South African President Jacob Zuma is on trial for corruption.
Oh, this is a big news in South Africa. Segment 8. This is my favorite segment for the whole newscast. So tell me, Hamza, what's cooking this week for the dish of the week?
Candelist line of products was founded by Edmonton-based Joseph Dongo, who brings together the best of both worlds, natural products from Canada and Africa, to make a delicious spice.
And I've tried this delicious spice. Some people call it ranch, others just dressing. It can be eaten with rice, fries, beef, salad, and whatever you choose to use the mild or spicy flavor to be spiced up.
Ready to try Candelist? Go to Kasoa Tropical Food Market or other locations on www.dongocorp-candelist.ca.
Or you can use hashtag DiversityTV Dish of the Week. Bon appetit!
Different types of meats, maybe fries, potatoes, and stuff like that. And it's just really unique, you know? It's not like every other one, you know? It's really unique. I like it a lot. Wow.
Candelist is a sauce dressing. Is a sauce that can spark the deliciousness in your daily meal and is very good for any kind of food. You can use it for your barbecues, for your pizza, for your burgers, and so on.
Segment 9. We have lots of announcements this week.
Absolutely. Now we start off with what Edmonton will be hosting this summer. Edmonton will host a very important diversity conference this summer on July 6 to 10 at 9 a.m., inviting big names like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. III. For tickets, please go to www.diversityconference.ca.
Empower Black Entrepreneurs to Lead Successful Business Projects program. The aim of this program is to support Black entrepreneurs by providing information, strategies, and resources to help them increase their capacity and viability to innovate their business and overcome the impact COVID-19 had on their businesses. The support services would equip them to drive through their business forward and identify ways to help their businesses prosper through webinars, forums, workshops, coaching, business skills development training, peer supports, and more best practices related to entrepreneurship.
Now, this is a big deal, so do register on their website. How would you improve policing? Tell EPS your feedback matters.
Everyone is welcome to share their ideas and experiences at these community listening sessions.
Now, space is limited, so please register early, or you can leave your comments at epsinput.ca. Some of the upcoming opportunities to participate include a Zoom listening session with Chief Dale McPhee. This will happen on June 15 from noon to 1 p.m. and June 29, 2021, noon to 2 p.m. Now, how can they participate in this event?
To register, please go to www.epsinput.ca.
Africa Center is calling for mentors. Now we're talking mentors for its mentorship program in elementary, junior high, high school, and post-secondary school level. Contact Tower at 780-455-5423 or extension 206. This is an opportunity for you to participate because you are looking for a mentor.
Alberta launches Jobs Now, a federal provincial investment program that will provide up to $370 million to help private and non-profit organizations with the job support to get thousands of Albertans back to work. Employers can apply for funding to offset the cost of hiring and training unemployed or underemployed Albertans in new or vacant positions. Read more at www.alberta.ca.
Segment 10. This is exciting because we have it every single month. And today is our second Diversity TV monthly segment on real estate updates with super realtor Conrad Agla, a top producing realtor amongst the top 1% of realtor at his brokerage Urban Real Estate Services Limited. And he is amongst the top 5% of all Calgary area realtors. Big deal. Now, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we got Conrad right here to share with you his monthly real estate updates for the month of May.
Yes, the market continues to be heated with listings selling as fast as they are listed. We've also seen builders running out of lots to build on with increasing prices. And some builders are even slowing down on how much lots they are releasing for sale. For year over year or on year over year basis, April recorded at least about 10% increase in prices in the single family detached segment in both Edmonton and Alberta. There are a few other communities that are catching up, but overall in Alberta, we've seen some upward movement in prices. Now, these are due to pent-up demand from the pandemic. As we recover, people are very, very confident that they can afford a home. So last year at this time, things were very, very slow. So that has actually added up to the pent-up demand. We've also seen a shortage of housing inventory, and this has been an issue over the years, especially in the US and Canada, especially the hot markets of Ontario and BC. The low interest rate environment is also another factor that is also causing an upsurge in demand, because people who are buying will be able to have a lower mortgage payment now than before, especially when you compare prices today with prices at a peak in Alberta, for example, in 2013, 16. For the same amount of purchase this time round, you will be paying less in mortgage payment than those times. So this actually encouraging people to come out and buy. We've also been seeing increasing cost of building materials, construction materials, including lumber, paint, metals, and even glue. So these prices have also gone up. So that's also impacting the increasing prices, or is also causing some of these increasing prices. Labor, which has been also manageable, affordable over the years, has actually increased. Labor costs has also increased in recent time. So these are all most of the major factors impacting this increase in prices. Increasing economic prospects, or maybe employment prospects, is also another factor, because with people who have lost jobs and with the economy opening up, people are actually getting employed. And also with this work from home, companies are adjusting and people can work. I know people who are employed in Alberta while the companies are in Ontario. So I can say that these are some of the factors, or the major factors, that are causing this increase in prices.
Segment 11. Who's visiting Grande Prairie this summer? A place you must stop at is the Everything Nature in One Place Park. Mississippi Park, the Cree word for bear.
Have you ever been to Grande Prairie?
No.
Do you want to go to Grande Prairie?
Sounds exciting.
I believe so. Just listening to what and hearing about Grande Prairie, I think I'm good to go this summer. This nature-rich and activity public park measures 405 hectares. Great for hikers. I love hiking. Joggers, if you like jogging, and riders, due to the trails. It's blessed with biodiversity and has lots of sporting, picnic, and other fun facilities for families and groups.
Indeed, a very warm welcome to Grande Prairie, the city of the Mississippi Park.
Thank you for watching Diversity TV Community Newscast. I'm Harriet, Tinka, and
Hamza, Koroma.
Please be sure to subscribe and hit the notification button so that you are the first to get the news as we upload it. We are on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. We also have a website. It's www.diversityplus.ca. See you next week.